on the site?
Go back to Google. And then just type in soil survey. Soil space survey.
And which software are you doing? NCRS?
The first one.
Oh, the first.
It says Web Soil Survey Home. Hey, look at that. You're the first one there.
I don't know which one.
Yeah, that one right there. Web Soil Survey Home.
Yeah, but you gotta press this.
Oh boy. This one right here.
Okay.
Whoops, I clicked on the wrong one. So it's the one on the left on the mouse. Okay, let's go back. Try that again. Oh, wait. Are you serious? Oh. Ow! This one's doing the same thing. How come mine is going up?
How can the thing do that?
That's so frustrating. Oh, Lordy. Okay. We're going to have a couple volunteers come up and do this with us on the screen up here, and then you'll know how to do it. Okay, that's the best I can do. I gotta move on. So, Web Soil Survey. If you were to get through like I just did, and I don't know why you're not able to, you would come to this screen right here. All right? This green button right here, that's your access to the system. So you're going to go right up to the green button and click Start World Soils or Web Soil Survey. Nobody's still able to get in? I don't know why. I'm sorry, guys. All right, let's pay attention up here then. All eyes up here. Okay? You're going to come up to this screen right here. Oh, you got on?
I wrote in Google soil, the whole thing, soil survey. Instead of just soil survey.
Yeah, right? Google Soil Survey. See if that works. I hate these things. I can't see what you're doing. Unable to connect.
Let's try it in the Google.
Yeah, do it in there.
Google soil survey.
Ah. Okay, so you're the only one who made it in.
No.
You got in too?
Yeah.
Okay, look off. Look off. Nobody over here able to get in yet?
You gotta
Okay.
type in the whole thing, Google soil survey on everything.
You didn't type in Google Soil Survey.
The space?
No, with a space, yeah. What? And then what'd you click on?
And then I clicked on the first one.
The first one? Oh, there you go, yeah. Click that. Did that really work? All right, it didn't work up here. It didn't work here. You're not working? I think it's just kind of like it can't take a lot of people logging in at one time. Oh, there you go. If maybe, yeah, maybe you can try to just type in this we got up here: websoilsurvey.nrcs.usda.gov.app.websoilsurvey. Whatever the heck that says. I have my glasses on. It's worth a shot. I'm trying my best here, guys. Sometimes I just want to crawl into a cave and. Yep. Click that. See what happens. No, that's in California. It's probably linked through the same thing. Oy, let me see.
Maybe it's coming up because it's on the history or something. I guess previously viewed.
Hi. Okay. You're there? Okay, front row. Let's all hang around Davey. Move on down. We're looking off his computer right now. We got to keep moving. That's what you did? All right, maybe try that real quick. Putting the whole thing, websoilsurvey.nrcs.usda.gov. I just hate technology sometimes, and sometimes I'm just a technology junkie, and it's love-hate relationship. Yeah, specifically, what soil type is on your property? Did that work? Were you able to get it? Oh, okay, you're on it. Sort of. Where the hell are you? Home. Let's go home. Yay! We went home there. All right, just go over here and watch his. Okay, here we go. Everybody's on? For the most part, we're looking off. Okay. This is a wonderful database that was put together by government funds when we actually had money, aka the Clinton administration. And we were actually, over the 30 years, collected data from all points in the United States where soil scientists literally walked the United States. They walked quarter-mile blocks and set down soil samples and did cores all over the United States. It's a huge project. And it was completed. It was amazing, and thank God we had funds to do it at that time. So this is basically the whole database. So what we're going to have to do is first, when we're using this database, is find out where are we talking about, right? So we got all the 50 states, or the 48 states up there, and then we got Hawaii and Alaska is also on there, but not on the map. We're going to have to first zoom in to the specific area that we're looking to talk about. What better way than to use the U.S. Postal Service for that? So what we're able to do is actually put in our address, and we're able to zoom into the specific area on which we're referencing. Kind of weird since some of us have rural route addresses, and it gets a little funky, but most you guys actually have physical addresses that are referenceable from GPS systems. So let's go ahead and start doing that, and we're going to have to first come up with our area of interest, AOI. What better way than to put it in by address? Quick navigation, go to address. Everybody click on there. Type in your address and click view. Put in your address with actually as if you were going to mail a letter off. So put the zip code, city, state. And is anybody already done? Why don't you come on up and type it in here, and we'll look at yours as an example. Because we could use mine, but I have 60 feet of soil, so it's like, it's a little different. I'd like to just reference what you guys have, okay? Okay, once you hit enter, it says searching for address. Sometimes it takes a couple minutes. And what we're looking at here is an aerial view of the area that she has indicated. Okay, so you can go ahead and sit down. Thanks. Be sure you come up, bring yours up as well. So everybody has an aerial view of their address now, right? It might not be specifically your address, but it probably will be on the same block or within a quarter mile. Right onto it. We're getting better at it. Soil scientists aren't. Okay, next. All we were able to do at this point. Oh, hold on. I'm going to make sure everybody's caught up. Don't zoom in yet. Just wait. Hold on, guys. I'm going to make sure everybody's on the same screen. Did that work? Hans? I think it's on the link. It's got a link on that sheet I gave you. It might not, but I'm pretty sure it does. Web soil survey, is it on there? Oh, you got it? Okay. All right, guys. At this point, we've only told the system. Listen up. We've only told the system this is kind of the area that we're looking for. We haven't actually selected an area. So, I'm assuming that this is your area, right? Essentially something like this. Now, we would always look at the scale, and it's kind of hard to reference without a lot of landmarks, but if you know the area, you'd be able to figure out which house is yours and whatnot, right? So figure it's like a spaghetti lot or something like this, just for example. Let's, so we can actually zoom out. Should I zoom out? If I was to select your whole property, would I have to zoom out? Okay, let's do that. So you can go up there and hit that minus sign on the magnifying glass and kind of zoom it out on one click. Unfortunately, it zooms out a lot. It brings it up to 4,000 feet. Okay, so I'm going to go back in, just for argument's sake. So just to show you how you navigate around. That hand right here, you can use that next. Go ahead and select the hand, and you can move the map around. So if it was like just slightly off to the right from where it tells you, you can move the map. Got it? Now, let's go ahead and select our AOI. All right, you got two options to select in AOI. Listen up. You got two selections. You got a polygon or a square. Square, polygon. If your land is a polygon and kind of obscure shape, you can select the points and the borders of your property. Or you can just do a square. It's really easy just to do a square, because most properties are very square-like. So if I was to say, call this area your land, for example. Okay? I selected square. I put it up in the top left corner, and I dragged down a square, and I selected this area as my AOI. Please select your property at this time. If you make a mistake, what happens? How do you do that? Yep. Oh, the arrow. What did the arrow do? I don't know. If you made a mistake. Oh, clear AOI. You see this down here? You're going to clear AOI and probably get put back to your address. There you go. And then you're going to select square again and select your area, dragging down, and you've picked it. Okay, everybody's done that, right? There's my AOI. Got it? Everybody's got this kind of blue slashy thing, right? I've only gotten one answer. Everybody's got this, right? There you go. Good job. Selected. Where are you at?
Okay, I got an error, let's get back.
Close. Can I? See if we can get you out of here.
Maybe I gotta go and start all over.
See, you're too close. I think you might be too close.
Oh,
Not this way.
alright, let's do it.
It's already in.
Oh, there it is. I gotta move down, it's up on the top.
So you're going to use this tool,
Mhm.
and you're going to
No, gotta come down.
this way. Yeah, I'll let you do it. Everybody's good? Where are you at? You're in Alaska. Straight up, you're in Alaska. Okay, go ahead and import AOI. Where are you? May I? Let's try this again. Import AOI. Create AOI shapefile. Where the heck did you go, son? You were able to select it? You're pretty far away.
Trying to get it to keep on going away from.
Let's do this. Put in Hilo, Hawaii. Comma, Hawaii. Just HI is fine. Let's do this. Oh, man.
I wanted to be, and then it started to zoom in.
Oh, because I think you might have hit that one. Yeah, zoom in to full extent. Whoa. What? Your scale is not the scale. What is going on here? How are you in Alaska and you're like all... How did you get back to Alaska?
We had our house a while ago. Try and do it again.
Okay. I've never seen a screen like this before. What?
We can go on. Try. Try to follow you. There we go.
You think you can find it from here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I got to keep going, guys. All right, here we go. All right, I have this. Now, I have selected my AOI, right? Let's look at the soil map, which is the next tab up top. Click on that. Everybody got this thing, right? May not say the same thing, but what we have here is map unit symbol. There's a number given to each soil type based upon the state system and then also on the national level. So the number that's assigned to this soil type is 644. This indicates that the entire plot has only one soil type, right? It's only got 644. The name for 644 is opihikau, highly decomposed plant material, 2 to 20% slope. Okay? This gives me an idea that it's going to be a volcanic rock. Opihikau. What they do is they kind of reference a location first where the first place it was really observed. And that's what they give the name. So if you know the area and it has the name Opihikau in it, or if it has the name Captain Cook in it, like you know that basically kind of the soil that you're dealing with, at least in its physical traits, right off the bat if you know the area. Okay? So Opihikau, highly decomposed plant material. That means at one point in the last 100, 200 years, you guys had some kind of a forest, probably Ohia forest, right? So that's going to give you an indication that there's decomposed plant material and that there is a semi-decent couple inches of decomposed material on top of the rocky soil. It also tells me that there's a 2 to 20% slope. So 2% being almost flat to 20%, which is past 15 degrees, it's pretty slopey, right? On that spot, you have some areas that are kind of slopey, right? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go further and click on the Opihikau highly decomposed material. This thing here. This is the full description of your soil type. This is why we came to this website. This is why we're looking at this stuff. This gives you a full description of your landforms, your setting, your properties and qualities, and it's everything you ever wanted to know about your soil. If you were to reference any kind of soil test or if you're going to do any kind of agricultural work in your soils, this information is super important for anybody that does analysis. So, if later on today, we included a printout of this with our soil sample. Oh, those people over at the lab, they will have the biggest grins on their face. They're like, oh, that's so cool. I don't have to punch in the address and go into the website and do it for you. And you know what? I bet you they process it much faster and they get it to you right away, as opposed to setting it off to the side because they know you haven't done all the work for them yet. Okay? So, just look it over. This is super important. Mean annual precipitation, 60 to 120 inches. Okay? It's not all that high as compared to a lot of other places. Hamakua, we're looking at 180 to sometimes up to 240. At my house, we're doing 240, 260.
Yeah, mine says that to 197.
Okay, so 197. So you got a lot more rain than she does, not even too far away, right? So it gives you a good indication of maybe what the pH is, right? High rainfall, we're going to have what kind of a pH? High rainfall is what kind of a pH? Acidic or alkaline? Which one? Acidic, correct. So, you're gonna find that you're probably gonna have an acidic soil in this region. Listen up, guys. You're going to have acidic soil in this region, and you're probably going to have to address some liming issues or whatever. So if between the time that you have this report printed out and you get your soil survey back, and you're wandering down the street and you see a garage sale and the guy's selling a bunch of lime, and you're like, whoa, I know I'm going to need that. I just don't know how much. You might want to go pick that up. Or whatever. You know, so if you have a good idea of what's going on with your soil. There you go. So I can scroll down, and it gives me not prime farmland. This is the one I like to look at. So, native Hawaiian farmers, here's some not prime farmland for you. That's okay, no big deal. Like I said, you can create whatever kind of soil environment you want. Just takes a little bit of time. So, here's the rundown of your soil. You got that, Davey? Where are you at?
Or when I try and do that thing, you go all the way around.
Yeah? What does it say?
It doesn't.
Select a bigger area. You're selecting a tree.
No, that's where my house is.
Okay. But the whole property or just the house?
Yeah, right there, the whole
Okay.
forest. So how are you going?
So go to the top left, or actually just select anything right there. Just right there. Well, I didn't mean just anything, but you need to do a decent sized area. Take from the street corner, from the street, like down to that brown area there. There you go. Just select that. See what happens. Okay. So there you go. And then now go to the second tab up there. It says soil map. There you go. Okay, so Davey has a plot that if he zooms into it, he can't actually, it won't actually give him an AOI because of the size of his property. So what he had to do is actually select the street corner, the whole area, and then when the map comes up, there's a certain number, right? That number, 6 whatever it is, and if you there's a line that divides the different types. It'll indicate where there's this division between them. I don't know if that is on your property. So he's got that over here where there's lines that divide the two numbers. So let's say 628 and then a line and then 626 or whatever it is. So he would then see, oh, my house lays on this side of that line next to this number, and then you're able to observe which one it is. So if your property is smaller, then that's just the way you got to do it. Everybody sees why this is important? Okay, we're going to use that later today, or at least you would include this with your soil survey. Okie doke? Okay, how we doing on that camera? I know you're all over that, man. Thank you so much. Always got to check in. Okay. Where is my thing?
Do we just X out others?
Yeah, X out. And bring up that Word document, and we'll be clicking on a lot of the hyperlinks from there, okay? So, now you know what your soil is, what the properties are, and how to include that with the soil survey. That's if you're doing soil crops, right? Well, remember on the first day I gave you that trick question? And it was what crop works best for Hawaii? This is basically what I was talking about. Remember I said that it's one that meets a market demand, one that grows within your environment, one that is cost effective, one that can be grown sustainably, it's easily transformed into a value-added product, it has a long shelf life, one that can receive top dollar, allows the farmer to grow a crop they are passionate about, is disease and pathogen free, marketable product, and it is unique and will raise interest. Okay, where's that checklist I gave you? Crop selection checklist. Hey, look at that thing. I put it in a checklist form for you. Do I have everybody? I got a lot of people talking. There's only 10 people in the room. This is your checklist. When you're doing your homework, use your checklist. Okay? Make sure that everything meets this criteria. All right. Crop selection checklist. Use it. Let's talk a little bit about market research. Okay. When we're asking ourselves these questions about what product to sell and what products to grow, we definitely have to do market research before we plant anything. You need to ask yourself these questions. Does your crop have a market? Okay. If you're selling, anybody know what smut is? Not that kind of smut, but the corn smut. Anybody know what that is? It's actually it's a mushroom fungus that grows on corn. And it is the nastiest tasting thing you've ever had in your life, in my honest opinion. I don't even like mushrooms, like normal mushrooms. I think they're gross. But it's very, very popular in Central and South America. And it's a great way to get a lot of nutrients from something that they have a lot of. So they actually will allow some corns to get this fungus on it so that they can get different nutrition from their corn source. They use it as a media to inoculate microorganisms onto, and then they actually will harvest the mushrooms that are on the corn. Some of them will get canned. You can go to the Hispanic aisle, most grocery stores, I don't know about here, but on the mainland certainly, and they have canned smut. Does your crop have a market? If you were in Mexico City, your crop has a market. If you're in Hawaii, you probably don't have a market for smut, right? You might be able to create one. That's a tough battle, my friend. But durian made its way here, right? So does it have a market? And if not, why? Well, smut's pretty gross. Most people don't like things that are moldy. But for whatever reason, think about your crop. Does your crop have a market? And if not, why? And can you create one?